All right, we're talking about getting stronger legs, particularly if you're 50 and older, but it's for all ages, actually. A lot of people work squats, sit to stands, excellent exercise, but you're missing two key muscle groups that will make a big difference.
And if you work on strengthening these muscle groups, you can promote more pain-free walking and better walking mechanics in general, as well as improving your balance.
That's right. Keep you upright and not falling to the ground. All right, we're going to take advantage of a clip that Bob and I did on a video about 4 or 5 years ago on how to exercise these two muscle groups and why. So let's get back into the tortoise, or is it the TARDIS?
The TARDIS.
The TARDIS, the time machine, and we're going to start...
I want to mention this clip is only 4 minutes, and we're going to show some advancements later. Are you ready to go down the TARDIS now?
Oh, that's right. We've got some way to really make these exercises up to date. Here we go. The TARDIS is starting to shake. It's moving. I'm going to have a TARDIS next time.
Okay.
Whoa!
I can't wait.
Whoa!
Bob and Brad, the two most famous physical therapists on the internet.
You're not strengthening the muscles that move you side to side, which involve your hips and a lot your ankles.
Which those muscles, I know I'm jumping in here, but they are critical for your stability and your balance. And I remember I was doing a lot of running a few years back, a lot of running, and I took a class where they did all this sideways motion. And I couldn't believe how sore I got. Yeah. I thought I was in shape, but these new muscles were dormant.
Many times, Brad, like you said, a lot of runners out there, they think their legs are strong,
right? And
they are in certain muscles, but a lot of the muscles are not at all. They're weaker than average, even.
Right.
So I was finding out, Brad, you know, I've hit 60 now. I'm the big 6'0".
That's amazing, Bob.
So my balance is not as good as it used to be. My wife even started saying, "What's wrong with you?
Have you been tipping over?"
No, not tipping over, but and it's been getting better. But I run
ever since you quit drinking.
I stopped drinking. Things got better. So I started doing these, and I started doing the advanced version of this. But let's start off with the beginner version.
Sure.
So we're trying to strengthen the muscles that take you side to side like this, and ankle muscles and hip muscles. So let's start off with, let's say your balance is really pretty not that decent. So you're going to want to get behind a chair or on a countertop, something that's going to give you support that you can rely on.
Right.
So all you're going to start off by doing is you're going to do some hip abduction. So you're going to go outside like this. This is almost too low for me. You're going to go out to the side, and you're going to bring the toes stay straight forward.
So I'll show you from...
there you go.
Now, you're not going to use a chair like this. You want to have something solid to grab onto.
But, now, this chair, this muscle group is just the hip itself. We're not working the ankles here right now. So we're going to have to do a separate exercise for the ankles.
Usually 10 repetitions on both legs at about the cadence that we're doing right now. You don't want to flip it out fast. And like Bob said, you don't point your toe out like this. You turn it in this way.
Yep. So now let's do something for the ankle, because we hadn't done anything for the ankle.
Ankle strength is important.
If you are fairly decent, you can do these without a countertop. But if you have some problems, you may have to hold on to a countertop and work your way along there.
If you happen to have a cane or you use a walker, you might
you're definitely going to hang on to, that too,
Sure.
But basically, I'm doing zigzags. Now, you do these with shoes on too, right?
It works good with shoes on because that offers a little more resistance. Now, you actually have to try this, and you will feel the little muscles in your ankles working quite dramatically, and it's great for balance. Now, if you have a hard time doing this, you can, like Bob said, put your hands on the countertop, or just grab a cane or a stick or something.
Yeah, this helps too, because now I can hold on to this.
And it really helps. This is one of those things you can do with little music. I call it the Ziggy Ziggy. The Ziggy 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 Ziggy. Now, if you're advanced, you can do the Ziggy Ziggy with one foot.
Yeah, there you go.
And that makes the muscles work harder and makes your balance more challenged. Again, that's
safety first, though. Again, you got to make sure you're going to be stable and you're going to use a countertop.
I would never have my mother do the one with one foot. She would be at the countertop, and I would be standing right by her.
Yeah, but I'd actually have a belt on her. The same with my mom. She would not be able to work with that.
You just break this thing again? That's twice now.
Darn it.
You're getting too excited with your time travels.
Oh, we're back to real time now. Anyways, we are all the therapists agree you shouldn't jump on the plinth like that.
Yeah,
the second point is that the hip abductors as well as the ankle muscles, lateral motion is almost always forgotten with leg strengthening. Really important for walking and balancing and plopping on the.
I'm thinking we're curious if this is salvageable this time. Anyway, so what we're going to do is talk about hip abductor strengthening, advancing it like Brad was talking about. So if you got the waddle walk, who's that person again? Or if Charlie Chaplin walk, where you have one weak hip, typically is why this happens. So a good way to do it is just do some hip abduction like they showed. But advancements would be I'm wearing cuff weights on both ankles. Brad has a band. You can use a loop band too, whatever you have, and just adding resistance. Again, you want to make sure you can do this without holding on and no weights first before you progress to this level. But it's just going to make this a lot more challenging and progress your strength more. So again, you want to do 10 to 15 reps on each side and do that twice. Brad, you want to show how to do it with the band?
You bet. So with the band, step on the band, best with shoes on. You can vary the resistance by going up and down. And this will require some balance, although you could hold on to the band and possibly the stick at the same time.
I don't know that. That might be a
There
little
we go.
challenge.
And again, toe does not rotate out, stays straight forward and out 10 to 15 repetitions. You can get a stronger band if it's too easy and you don't feel those muscles burn. But it's amazing how much they really do accelerate the effort.
You can also use a loop band like this and just put it around your ankles. Same concept if you don't have a large band. And now for the advancements of your favorite Ziggy Zaggies, we're adding a oi oi oi.
So here we are. We demonstrated when you work this way, and you do it with shoes on carpet or smooth floor as resistance, really helps out. Now, this works a lot of muscles that don't get worked in the hip, as well as in the ankles, working those small intrinsic muscles, very important. And what we're going to add now, as you mentioned, I talked about it going like this, and you can go a little faster if you feel apt and you really want more challenge. If you want to really work it, then you're going to go 1 foot. This will challenge, I think, pretty much anyone. There we go. And now I want to add something to it. With both feet, we're going to go here, 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 and then we're going to add pronation and supination. So we're going to go this way, this way, this way, and this way. So I'll demonstrate. So here, 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 and here. So if you want to add something so you can remember it, so the cadence becomes consistent, it's Ziggy, Zaggy, 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 oi, oi, oi. If you have any knowledge or of history of German or German heritage, this is one of those things they do.
I think you spent too much time in Oktoberfest.
Well, yeah, that's where I got it from. But so 1, 2, 3, 4, ooh, ooh, ooh. Ziggy, zaggy, ziggy, zaggy, oi, oi, oi. And this motion here and here, I'm already feeling the muscles in my arch work more on the outside, works the hips more. It's a nice little adjunct to the Ziggy, zaggy hip and ankle strengthener. Wow.
Now,
I'm getting tired.
I see that. Now, with these exercises, you don't have to do them every day. You can do them every other day. So give them a day off in between to let them recover a little bit, because if you're not used to them, they might be a little sore.
Yeah, once again, we can fix just about anything except for
a broken heart. Now we have to fix a plinth again.
Yeah, I could have swore I had that thing supported. Well, I'll get to it.
And if you want to check out more videos on leg strengthening for seniors, please click the video link on the screen.
3 leg strengthening exercises every senior should do daily. Why, Mike? Why?
You do it all the time. I want to join in the fun.
Yes. Okay,
let's break this side of the plinth.
Bob and Brad, the 2 most famous physical therapists on the internet.